Hey everyone, Luna again, and shortly after posting my video asking for suggestions on how to revive my channel, a YouTube viewer, Cirque, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, suggested I do a YouTube pagan challenge that has just started and that I later found out some of the people that I subscribe to have also started. So this fits perfectly because it's one challenge per week, which allows me the one video per week. And it'll be a year-long challenge, so I actually have something for you once a week. The first week challenge is, how did you find your path? So I get to share that with you. When I grew up in a very Christian household. My parents were missionaries, and my mom is currently a pastor and has been a pastor for the past decade. I myself went through seminaries and things like that, even as a teenager when I was like 13. Or when I was 12, actually. I was the youngest member of a seminary that graduated the program. When I was about 13, and this is going to sound really, really cliche, when I was about 13, I saw the movie The Craft. And I was really intrigued by it. I felt that it was really campy and really dorky in a lot of places, but I was wondering, a lot of the stuff that the character Lirio was talking about, I was always curious about. And I had grown up with witchcraft being a terrible thing. It's devil worship, blah, 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 so on and so forth. And I had always been intrigued by other religions. So when I was 13, I went to the public library and checked out books on Buddhism, Hinduism, and the occult, and started studying them and learning about them, learning about cultures along the way. But I was really intrigued by Wicca at the time. And my mom, when she saw the stack of books, was not happy with my choice of books and had told me that she was a firm believer that witchcraft was the devil's work and wanted me to have nothing to do with it. So, me being the rebellious child that I was, I studied it behind her back. She knew I was going to study religions anyway, so I'm quite sure deep down inside she knew I was studying it, but I think she was hoping that I wouldn't follow it. However, when I was about 14, a lot of my friends actually were into witchcraft. And I had one of my friends brought the book Teen Witch by Sybil Ravenwolf to school, which made me more curious. And I read that, and she started bringing more books that she had, and I just expanded from there. At about 16, that's when I decided I want to practice witchcraft. That's when I got Uncle Bucky's Big Blue Book, as it's known, complete book of witchcraft that I got at the now defunct Borders. And I hid all of my books from my mom because she again found some of the stuff that I was studying and again told me that it was the devil's work. And again, I hid it from her. And I just went from there. My path right now is, I still kind of consider myself Wiccan, but I see myself more as a witch because I glean off of different religions, different paths. I do believe a lot of Buddhist teachings, I've recently gotten into Santeria, which is very popular in my culture. I'm Puerto Rican. And it's more of a spiritual journey for me. My path is more of a spiritual journey for me, so it grows and it changes as I grow and I change. But since I can officially say since I was about 15 years old, I have considered myself a practicing witch. And I'm quite sure I wouldn't have been if I hadn't seen that damned movie. But as again, as cliche as it sounds, if I hadn't seen that damn movie, and I still watch it regularly, as ridiculous of a movie it is. But yeah, I came to it just by watching a movie, continued to study it, and even to this, I still study. I still find new books. I still read them. I'm actually currently redoing my Book of Shadows because I was reading through it and going, I don't believe in that anymore, or I don't use that anymore, or I'm never going to use that. I've had this in this book since day one and it still hasn't been used. I might as well delete it. So I'm actually redoing my Book of Shadows because of that. Because, like I said, my path is more spiritual and it's ever growing and ever changing as I grow and change. So that's pretty much how I got to my path, by watching a movie and by studying. So let me know how you got on yours. Give me a video response, put something in the comments. Just enjoy life while you're at it. So, brightest blessings.